Dear children, welcome to your physics class. Last class we were discussing about friction. We started the class chapter 12 friction. Today we are continuing same topic only. This chapter mainly we are discussing about the friction only. Then last class just we learned three kinds of friction, that is static, sliding and rolling. Static means object at rest. Then what is the friction acting on the body? Then sliding, when one body move over another, sliding, just sliding. Then rolling, we know rolling friction is smaller than other two frictions. The maximum friction provided by static only. Why friction is causing their friction is due to interlocking of irregularities between two surfaces in contact. So interlocking of irregularities when we even suppose look as smooth, there are minute irregularities we can find. These irregularities interlock, they lock into one another, then interlocking gives friction. Then we have to measure magnitude of friction. Friction is a force. Which force? Contact force. Force and weight. To measure, we use a device. Force and weight. You will study next class, 9th class. Both are equal only, force and weight. We have weight because of gravitational force. You will study that class. Then we understand that force and weight are equal. So, to measure weight, what device we are using? The same device we can use to measure force. So, here to measure force or weight we use spring balance. Spring balance. Balances different types are there. Physical balance, chemical balance, spring balance. As the name indicates, there is a coiled spring you can see. Coiled spring. Coiled spring is there. You know spring balance, no need of explain because those members collecting waste things and on your home when they come to weigh the weight of the materials they collected, they use spring balance. Spring balance we cannot weigh more weight, 1 or 2 kgs like that we can weigh this weight can be measured. So coiled spring, one coiled spring is there. Then lower part you can see a hook. Then one scale, graduated scale. Then one pointer is there. Pointer is there 0, 50 gram. Then suppose 100 gram we can measure, or 500, this 1000, 50 like that readings you can see there. Pointer scale. So readings are marked on a scale. Then when we hang the weight, what will happen? This coil will be elongated. It will be stretched downward because of weight. So that this pointer will move. If no weight, pointer point on zero weight. Then as we are hanging 100 gram, suppose it is 100 gram, it will point to its pointer will move down because of elongation of this spring. Spring will be elongated because of weight, and it will be pointed towards that 100 gram. Then if it is 500 gram weight, again it will be elongated because of more weight, and it will point towards 500 gram. So by that we can measure the weight of force. You know, you are grown up children, this all you have seen in your daily life. So we are using spring balance to measure this frictional force also. So to measure the magnitude of friction, we use which device? Spring balance. This is a question can be asked as a fill in the blanks. Which device used to measure magnitude of force or weight? To measure this magnitude of force or weight, we use spring balance. Then dear children, in your textbook we just explained about friction, its applications in our daily life. some applications is useful for us. So we call friction as a friend. Friction as a friend. So in many ways friction is friendly. Suppose you have a tumbler, glass tumbler, to have tea. Sometimes your mother, while cooking curries or whatever things, hand may be wet and also oil presence will be there. Then try to catch the tumbler to have tea or to serve it to someone. Then you can see that it may be slipped from her hand and it will fall down. It is difficult to hold things if it is oily or water presence will be there, because the friction is lesser. So if it is dry and no oil presence, easily we can hold things because the friction is more. And the rough surface friction is more. You learned that than smooth surface. So friction help us to hold things, different things, or catch the things. Catch different things, or hold things. Catch different things because of friction. So you have to increase the grip. It provide a grip. So then easily we can catch the things. So that's why while playing this pulling rope, tug of war play, they increase the friction. Which they will increase the friction in their hands so that they can pull easily. So about that we will study next classes. So catch different things easily and provide grip by the friction. Next point about friction it is written. It allows we are able to write on the board or paper with pen because of friction only between the surfaces in contact. This chalk piece I use it to write on the board because of friction only. Chalk piece rough surface only, and the board also we make rough so that only we can write things. So smooth, very smooth means it is very marble floor or wet floor, very difficult to write because the friction is not there. Pen also, tip of the pen, we are writing on the friction is providing friction so that only we are able to write. So things to write, friction will be helping. Then third point. To construct the buildings, friction is not there. We cannot construct if friction is not there. So without friction, we cannot construct buildings. So friction is needed to construct buildings. To construct buildings. So to write, then to catch different things. Then fourth point, I walk properly without slipping because of friction only. To walk comfortably, friction is needed. That's why it is very difficult to walk on a tile floor having water presence will be there or oil presence is there. So friction is less only. We may slip. The introduction of this chapter I told we slip when we step on a banana peel or a soapy floor. These all because of less friction only. So friction helps us to walk, construct buildings, to write, to catch different things. Then to move from one place to another, and then to change the direction, to stop, to decrease speed. or to change speed, then to stop objects from motion. These all to change direction, to stop, to change speed, to change direction, to change direction. These all helped by friction only. So when we consider this all, it is a friend. Friction is a friend. In your textbook, one more fact is written that friction produces heat. That written as a friction because of it's a evil. Friction is a necessary evil. In your textbook, the topic is given. Friction is a evil or hoy only. There it is written. But matchbox, to light the match stick, we strike there to produce heat because of friction only. There it will be useful only, but in your textbook it is written friction as a evil, necessary evil only. It is a necessary evil because it is a friend and foe. We can call friction as a necessary evil. So next topic, friction as a foe or evil. Then here I explain one more time. To catch different things, to provide grip, then to ride, to construct buildings, to walk, to change speed, stop, to change direction. These all cases friction is helpful for us. So we can call friction as a friend in our daily life. Then friction as a foe. Evil, foe or evil. Question is friction is a friend as well as foe. Explain with examples. These points you can write. So friction as a foe. First one, it produces heat. It produces heat among machine parts. Among machine parts, moving parts of machine. So machine parts will be worn out and a lot of wastage of energy. It causes wastage of energy. Wastage of energy because of this reason. It produces heat among machine parts. It causes wastage of energy. After make it on your mixie, grinder, after working, when you touch, there heat will be produced, you can see, because of friction only it will be happening. Then after running fan, when we touch it hot, it is very hot, that machine parts, because of friction. So among moving parts of machine, it produces heat. So there it is dangerous only. So we should reduce this heat energy because it causes lot of wastage of energy. Then it causes wear and tear in objects. It causes wear and tear in objects, especially machine parts like a screw, nut, bolt, screw, bolt, then ball bearings. There are these many parts, moving parts of machine. Ball bearings are there, screw is there, nut and bolt is a bolt. There it causes wear and tear. Then you can observe that when your number of people are walking through the steps of overbridge of railway platform, overbridge, you can see that the steps are worn out because of continuous use. Then there are friction worn out that machine parts because of friction only worn out of steps, you can see there. So there are friction is a, this all cases observe friction as a foil, evil, the necessary evil. So we call friction is a necessary evil. Because why it is called? Because as I said, the friction has a front and fall. So these cases we can understand that the friction has a fall. It produces heat among machine parts. It causes wastage of energy. It causes wear and tear among machine parts. So these are the main points about friction as a front and fall. Dear children, read the textbook and underline important points and study. Thank you, children.